We will find out if I am ready to lead this session right now. So, hello everyone, and welcome for joining and listening. Our session deals with a Sabbat chronicle called Dark Shoals. I am the storyteller, Toasty, and my wonderful crew of miscreants is displayed before you. I will say that our games typically handle concerning and particularly dark topics. There's violence, there's blood, there's mention of situations which may make you uncomfortable. If these things would do so, I recommend that you find a different audio to listen to at this point in time. However, you are also welcome to stay if that does not be the case. Is not the case? Does not be. Great. We're off to a great session. Let's go, guys.
Uh,
So where do we start, Toasty? Is it the end? Is it still the same evening?
You have wrapped up your previous evening of kung fu biting as we are moving into the next. I will say this. Unfortunately, Frank, when you awaken, Big Red is nowhere around. You are exceptionally hungry, and you're at your workshop.
so I was on a hunger 2 when I got put down,
Mm-hmm.
and all my health was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Do I wake up with all my health back, having
Let's do
rested?
let's do a couple of rouses for you. So you do your first rouse for the evening to wake.
Boom! Rouse check failed.
Failed. Yeah.
Okay, so
There
that
we
would just
go.
be you waking.
Reggie.
Your
And
second
so
rouse
dots.
check will be to see how many dots that you actually recover for the evening.
Second rouse check.
Yes.
That's not what I meant to press. Oh, I didn't get hungrier.
You get 3 points of health back. So you wake up, you're still fairly injured, but you are not. Let's put it this way. You didn't take mortal wounds. You took enough superficial damage to be put into a temporary torpor. So you still have injuries. You have like bruising on your body, and this is the first time you've experienced it, but you would remove 3 points of superficial.
Okay. Where's my car?
And I will say this, when you feed, depending on how much you feed, the rest of that may be removed.
Oh, I'm feeding,
Oh, I imagine so.
Yeah,
but
there's
my
no
car's
stop there.
gone.
Yes. Your car is gone, and you are well outside the outskirts of New Orleans at this point, because you are in one of the suburbs that has not quite yet fully connected to the city.
Right, start walking.
All right. The rest of you have settled your business for the previous evening, awoken the next night. Who took Big Red home?
I did.
Okay, so it's parked in the garage.
Yeah.
All right. You make your way
How long is it
over.
going to take me to get to the cafe?
If you walk the whole way, probably half the evening. If you hail a taxi or you grab someone's vehicle, probably 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'll be walking in the direction of getting towards the cafe and looking out for someone on the side of the road. I'm not flagging anyone down, but I'm looking for somebody standing, like getting in their vehicle, out of their vehicle, having just got out of the vehicle or whatever, and they're not going to have a nice night.
Why don't we involve a little bit of luck with this then? Give me two D100s. Higher is preferable. Okay. Seems like your luck is
62 on the
starting
first,
out.
15 on the second.
So what I can say is you find a vehicle on the side of the road. However, it has been abandoned and you don't see anyone nearby. It looks as though maybe they got picked up, maybe their car stalled, maybe they ran out of gas, you're not quite certain. Exploring these options with your mechanical expertise and your experience in crafting various items, taking care of Big Red, you notice that this poor schmuck just ran out of gas. They don't have
Okay,
they don't have the keys
that's
in there, but it is on a well-traveled road, and you notice that the cars coming down are occasionally slowing as they get near, like kind of
all right.
checking to see if you need help, type of slowing.
Oh, okay. I'll wave at someone then.
Okay. Car pulls over in front of you. It's fairly nondescript. It looks like maybe just a general family vehicle. Tan, modestly cared for. It's no big red. And you have a gentleman in the driver's seat. He's gonna lean out the window, and you notice that there are several suitcases in the back. One of them seems to have sprung open. There's a little bit of disarray going on here, and he's gonna look you over. You alright? You need some help?
Um, I shall walk over to the car. I'll put my hand on the roof of the car and lean down and just reach in, grab him by the throat, pull him out, and drain the shit out of him.
Done and dusted. He doesn't have a moment to react. He goes from like leaning out the window trying to check on you as you come closer, and you notice he starts to try and roll up the window quickly. Your blink of an eye, he's out, done, and I imagine you just discard him.
I know I'll stuff him in the back of the car.
Okay. You open up the
I'll
trunk.
I'll open the driver's seat and I'll like with one hand I'll kind of get in, and while I'm doing it, I'll just push him straight between the over the top of the chairs and drop him into the seat behind.
There's a little bit of racket as he falls against the suitcases, and the one that had sprung open scatters clothing and items about him. So I was gonna say he begins to um, bleed out the rest of the way onto them. However, you have left nothing for that to happen with. So he just looks like he's particularly drunk, maybe a bit unwell, bit pale.
Very unwell.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll turn the car around and drive towards the cafe.
All right. You will be there in about 30 minutes. So we will jump to you once you get there.
Sorry, just as a brief point. Is that hunger zero, and does that heal me?
Yes. So you should be completely
Cool.
healed, no superficial damage left, and you are on hunger zero.
Perfect. Thank you. That's the state I wanted to be in. Right, I'll shut up now.
That'll be a first.
I'm just gonna start posting gifs.
All right. We jump to the cafe. Everyone is seated around your usual table. Jackson is there. He seems a little bit concerned, glancing around here and there. He lets you know that he has not heard from Frank yet this evening. Uh, if he does, he will inform you, but he imagines that you'll notice him first. And I will say this, he has gotten your normal orders down to a T, so he knows roughly what time you usually come in, and they are ready and waiting and placed in front of you each evening. Tonight, surprisingly enough, despite Frank, your ever-present face, not being at the table, you have someone you missed the night prior. Peter is there.
Yeah, when you say missed,
That's me.
somebody wasn't there, you know. Missed is
me.
a stretch.
That's me. I've got feelings, you know.
Cool.
Welcome back. Cheers.
We will bring Peter up to speed with the carnage from last night.
I will
What
say
the fuck
this.
is wrong with you lot?
I blame Frank, but then I blame Frank for everything, so.
Wow, okay. At least my evening was probably a little bit more valuable.
Oh, do tell.
So went to the precinct to do some digging in relation to what's going on with all these missing people. and I spoke to the FBI lot who were heading the task force, who subsequently seemed to be a team of hunters. Not sure if people are aware of what hunters are, but they hunt weird and supernatural creatures, funny enough, like us.
Hank, you would know.
So I did, well, yeah. So I did what any sane, normal person would do. I turned one of them into my ghoul.
Okay.
So I found out quite a bit of information, which is quite useful.
When you say one of them, she'll indicate to Maddie, like that one.
No, not that one. Different
Oh,
one.
okay. All right.
No, he's got different talents. No, this one's one of the FBI agents who's leading the or in charge of the investigation into the missing people. But now she's in my pocket, which is nice. So they haven't really got a clue what's going on.
We'll say when you point to Maddie, you notice that he is seated at a table in the corner where he can keep an eye on the street, and he is shoveling food down, just ravenous at this point. He's got like 3 cups of coffee that are empty, stacked inside one another next to him, loads of fresh toast slathered with butter and jam, and he is just shoveling pieces in. Bacon over easy eggs. It's his second plate.
Well, I don't feed him, so he's gonna have to look out for himself. Yeah. So they don't really know what's going on. They think it might be vampires, but I think it might be a bit more than that. They said something about the black spirals, some cult or something, down to the south or southeast of the city. Do we know anything about that?
You mean that symbol that you
That's
gave
the
us?
symbol, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a stupid name for a cult. The Black Spirals.
Well, yeah. I mean, we could just kill them all, and I've done with it. So if we kill them, then we know it's not them, and if it carries on, then
Yeah, then we know, but it's yeah. I like your logic.
yeah, process of elimination. Like,
Yeah.
apparently, some of the people that have gone missing are coming back and going back to their daily lives. I say lives, but they're not quite the same. Whether they're vampires or not, I don't know. So maybe we need to track down some of these people and do a bit more of a thorough investigation into what's making them tick. One specific person is Kitten. I don't know if you know about Kitten. She was one of the pushers in and around the area. Worked alongside Matty. I found her dead, like proper brown bread. But apparently she's been seen walking around. So maybe I'm going to try and track her down and see what's going on with her.
We also have then Jules will explain about the guy. Apparently they're in a cult too.
Well, we can kill them as well. That's fine.
Okay. Who do we want to kill first though?
I don't know really. I mean, I don't really just want to go in and kill everyone without knowing what's going on, because they might be a little bit more pokey than some others. So we want to find out weaknesses and shit. So if we could maybe do some investigation on digging into like black spirals or whatever this other guy was. Let's find out a little bit about him first before we because it might be useful. We could like get shit out of him as well.
True.
Jules, you gave Raymond's name when you mentioned him, right? When you were bringing Peter up to speed?
Yeah. Out of character, I can't remember.
No, you're
his
good.
name.
I'm just making sure you... Because you could have just generalized him as that guy, he's not important to Jules particularly. I just wanted to make sure you passed on the name.
Yeah, she passed on a name. She wants to get even because he got away.
In that
Okay.
case, Pete, you would recognize Raymond's name as one that's popped up at the precinct a few times. You also know that Maddie has had a run-in with him here and there. They don't push for the same people, though they do sometimes have their areas overlap. You might
Matty.
know a few points where you could find him, or at least a couple of contacts that you could try and get more recent information from rather than just a file.
Matty, stop stuffing your face.
He pauses immediately and looks up.
What do you know about Raymond?
Hadn't seen him a couple nights. I think he moved 2 or 3 blocks north.
That's vague. I need
Mo-
something a little bit more specific.
Okay, what you want?
Find out and tell me.
All right.
Cool. Finish your food and go and find out.
Didn't we get a
Nuts.
location for the Setites?
Yeah, we did.
Oddly
It's an
enough.
area. It's an area of New Orleans we were told not to go into. There's a casino, Toasty.
Mm-hmm.
That's their main base, and we were told don't go there.
Near the
Isn't
park,
there a
right?
isn't there a
No.
motel or something nearby?
It is southeast, which would have lined up with what Peter told you about the dancers, the black spirals,
Hmm.
being south to southeast in Chalmette, just outside of New Orleans. It's like a little podunk, maybe 10 building stop with some scattered housing around out there. You got the information for the marina, inn and suites of Chalmette, and then just in front of that is a very like 5 machine 2 table casino. It's very small, and they seem to run business out primarily of the inn and suites behind it. They are directly next to one another. Smokey thinks that their work office is at the casino because that's where he met them when he declined to work with them, and that was where he said he barely got out.
Hmm.
So it does
They're
it
going to do
does line up with your information. You would recognize that.
I know what I was thinking of. I was thinking about Chalmette National Historical Park.
Yep.
The city's planning something. Try and make it look as if it's not terrified of everyone going missing. They're going to do a massive social event, apparently, and use the population as bait. Which, to be fair, I kind of think they're all like part of the Sabbat, the people who are organising this, because that's like a great idea. Yeah, so
It
they're just
does, but apparently the gardener is not involved. So
okay. Yeah, so they're planning to use the population of the city to see if anyone else goes missing. But also, the FBI agents have been sent to all the major havens of the Camarilla lot to investigate. So there's people digging around the Camarilla lot for the organisations, for the authorities. So I don't know if we just want to let them do that or take him out or whatever. I don't know what's going to be the best course of action for that.
what do you think, glorious leader? Jules smiles as she's saying it to look at Dr. Isaac.
He looks happy. Why is he happy?
Happy?
Yeah, you seem
No, not at all.
satisfied.
Mm.
I was thinking we need to go do the retake again.
That's right. We do need to do the Raite again.
I hope I'm saying that right.
Gardner's not
Tomato,
here to
tomato.
advise.
So
Sorry, what was that?
Sorry, go ahead.
we were asking what you said.
Oh, I said the gardener is not here to advise on pronunciation. I was making a joke. So it is as you make it.
Anyway, how do you think our friend's doing? And when do you
Caine?
think he's gonna? Yeah.
He'll walk up when he's ready. He'll be fine.
All right.
Do you remember them club owners were the bouncers that
Yeah.
the guys were fucked up?
Yeah.
Apparently, all this shit of people going missing has gotten more intense since they went missing.
What, the bounce?
So I don't know.
Oh, I see what you
Yeah,
mean.
the club owners. So I don't know
So
if
the
the club
club-
owners maybe were keeping things in check, and now they're not there to keep things in check.
Club
Everything's
owners have gone underground,
It's-
haven't they? Which I'm trying to find them.
Right. That was something that they said, that since they've gone missing,
Right.
everything's been stepped up a notch. So I don't know whether or not the club owners were like keeping a lid on it. So they're definitely someone to look into.
Okay. Bear with.
Bear in mind, the hunters are staying at the Bayside Breeze Hotel down by the waterfront.
Mhm.
So if we're going to do anything dodgy, try and avoid that area.
How many do you think there are?
I think there's 2 of them.
4 at the minute that I'm
Fair.
aware of. So I've got my toy now. The lead guy, Claude. Yeah, he's the main guy. So I'll get some pictures and that, so you know what's going on. And there's a couple others, but yeah, just I'll let you know who they are, so you can avoid them or just be wary of them.
Okay,
But best
thanks
keep
a
your
lot.
distance in a minute. That's right.
So I know that there's a formal permission or a hunt has been called on the Kindred, because they haven't presented themselves. They've gone to ground. Josephine was basically trying to get some information out of the Nosferatu to see if they could help find them. I could check back in with Josephine and see if she's got any updates.
Cool.
But finding them might be a way forward.
Yeah, I want to find Kitten as well. Find out what's going on,
Mhm.
because she's been one that's gone missing, and has come back. So if she's a vampire, then that's going to help us narrow down what area we're looking at. If she's somewhere else, then again, different avenues.
In the background, you hear Maddie's chair scrape against the floor as he stands up and he ducks out, filing into the dwindling visitors here in the French Quarter. He's actually much more noticeable for a longer time than you would have expected. Pete, you know he
Hmm.
blends in pretty well. He's a regular here, he knows the drive, but there's so few bodies, it's hard for him to actually conceal himself. But you can see
Yeah,
he's
gotcha.
headed off to his usual area to go follow up on what you needed. Um, you hear the kitchen door uh swing open and shut a few times. A small pause in conversation for the group.
Who else is here then? Where's Frank? Why isn't he here?
I would imagine he's making his way here.
Funny you should say that, because Frank will come walking out the kitchen.
As you hear the door squeak slowly shut after swinging a few times. Jackson is handing him a cup of coffee and a saucer for it, giving him a nod. He leaves you be.
Hank will give you a nod as you walk in.
So Frank will walk over to the table. He'll place his coffee down on the table. He'll grab one of the chairs and turn it backwards. And he'll sit down in it, sort of straddling the chair.
Mhm.
Right, we've got a problem,
Go on.
and I need all of your expertise on this.
Okay.
Some idiot has stolen Big Red, and I'm going to hunt him down and I'm going to make sure they have a bad night. Shit, dog. Could do with your tracking skills on this.
Big Red's in the
Right.
garage into the club.
I found the person who took it.
Did you? Who
Yeah.
was it?
It was me, you
Yeah.
muppet. We dropped you off, and I brought Big Red home because I need to drop a few people off.
What?
And you were in no state to drive it.
What do you mean?
You were kind of unconscious when we dropped you off.
Was I?
Yeah.
I just figured I blacked out.
Yeah, you did after a fashion. So we dropped you off in your workshop. I took Big Red to get everyone home, ran a few errands. It's parked up in the workshop. Safe.
Huh.
You're fine.
Just
I was
yourself.
kind of looking forward to that.
Sorry, bud.
Oh well. Never mind.
I am going to need to borrow it for the next few nights, so that's okay.
Oh, don't worry. I've got another one. You can have the spare.
Ah, perfect.
There's a few
Sweet.
bits in the back I want to go through, but it's and a corpse. But
Well, if you get rid of the corpse and the bits, I'll take it off your hands.
I was just going to push it in the river. But all right, yeah, no worries.
So we're just discussing what to do next. One of Pete's many, many ghouls, from the sound of it, is out looking for some more information. Maddie. Is he not a
Huh?
ghoul?
Yeah, I
Maddie.
got two ghouls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of your many, many ghouls. Seems to be another one every night. And we're thinking about tracking down the two owners of the nightclub, the bouncers that we did in. We're thinking about going after the owners.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. Quick question.
Mhm.
My memory's a little bit spotty. What did Raymond say?
Raymond got away
How could he have got away?
because everybody went frenzy and loopy, and he got away in the ensuing carnage, buddy.
Oh God, you guys are useless.
Well, we were trying to deal with you at the time, so
What do you mean?
have a think. It'll come back to you, I'm sure. So, do we want to go try to find these two nightclub owners and take them out?
Yeah.
I have no objection.
Let's question them before we kill them, though.
Well,
What?
the princess specifically asked for them.
Yes,
To be
so we
delivered to
cannot
him.
kill them.
Yeah. So my thought was, why don't we take one of them and give them to the prince, and say the other one got away / died in the combat. Frank can have the other one. Yeah. We give one to the prince and we keep one for ourselves.
Oh my God, he came right for us.
Exactly. Yeah. We had no choice. Yeah. And as long as Frank's not in the room while we're lying to the prince, we'll be fine.
Hey?
Exactly.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right.
Do we,
Let's
do
go
we
do
know
that.
where to go?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Toasty,
When there's some church or something we got to go to.
the cafe's a short walk away from the club, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Toasty might.
Yeah, it's not very far. It's
Right.
a couple of blocks at most.
So I'm going to walk to the club.
Before
69
you
club.
leave,
Sorry, go on.
can we take care of business first?
I am taking care of business. I'm going to the 100 club. I'm going to find out.
We just need to take a little sip real fast.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah. I think with everything going on, it'd be a good time.
Cafe.
Yeah.
They have a
Sure.
back room.
What's
They
going
have
on?
glasses.
What are
Stop
we
what's the ritual again?
Yeah.
Nice.
Jackson's attention was caught by the cafe and back room, and he's going to look over towards you, Frank.
Hello, Jackson.
Hello, sir. Do you need
It's
to
not
use the
sir.
office?
Yeah.
He'll move over and open the swinging door to the kitchens for you.
Just Frank, not sir.
Okay, Frank. He gives you a little bit of an awkward smile. Because the last
You're a good boy,
time
Jackson.
he was in the kitchen doorway speaking with
Oh,
you, it's a very
you
interesting
for-
experience.
Didn't you force your fluids on him?
Oi, oi, oi. Ghouling might
Alright,
have
a special
occurred.
friend.
Yes.
Oh,
They're
no,
really useful.
we're going to go and use the office for it.
yes.
Do you require anything? And he's going to continue to look at you, Frank, but he will glance at everyone else.
I don't know. What do we need?
We need a knife and a glass.
A knife and a glass. Knife and a glass.
He'll nod. He'll walk into the kitchen once one of you is stood up to head that way, and go gather you a knife, not currently in use, clean it off, and what looks like a glass he probably uses for just any of the tables.
You're a good boy, Jackson.
Thank you, Frank. Will you need anything else? Or should I go ahead and
Nah.
clean up the table?
No, I think we're all good.
You can go ahead.
Come on, Lucy.
Miss Jules, do you want anything else on your plate, or should I clean it?
Let's go ahead and clean it. Thank you. Let's get this over with, and
Frank will put his hand out for Jules's hand.
Jules attentively put her hand in his.
He'll lead her towards the back of the.
Jackson's going to watch this exchange because he's holding the door for the rest of you, and he's just gonna kind of glance at like Hank and Dr. Isaacs awkwardly, and Peter, and then towards Frank and Jules, not say anything, and close the door after the last person.
It's not my business what they do in the shadows.
So, Dr. Isaacs, what do we got to do?
I'll pull the knife across my hand and drip it into the cup, and then pass the knife to the left.
So I imagine it's probably Hank, Peter, Jules, Frank, and then Dr. Isaacs again. With how everybody probably stepped into the office. I would like to point out that this office was already cozy when Jules was in here. To have all of your group in it, it is cramped at best, but it will serve your purpose of privacy. Hank, you
We just need to
receive
make
the
sure our
blade.
bonds are a little stronger.
Hank, you're the first to receive the blade after Dr. Isaacs uses it.
Sorry. I will follow Dr. Isaacs's. I'll follow his lead. I will cut my hand and I will bleed that into the glass
All right.
and pass it to Jules.
Jules will take the glass and then also the knife, cut her hand, and will her vitae into the glass, and then pass it to the next person, who is Frank.
Yeah.
Oh
Frank
shit!
was right beside you.
Oh, Frank.
Frank will take it. He'll just clumsily stab it into his hand. make a real mess, putting it in the glass, and then hand it off to Shit Dog.
Yeah, same McCren. Just round the ball of my hand and in we go.
All right, everybody has contributed.
All right, I'll say in the name of Caine and the Father and the Sword and the Holy Blood, you may drink. Frank, or sorry, Hank, you were first.
Do I have to
Probably
say
won't make
anything or just drink?
Nope, you just drink.
I'll take a sip.
And then you may choose
pass-
who to
pass
pass
it
it
to
to.
I will pass it to Jules. Because if you give it to
Jules.
Frank, you'll just drain the fucking thing.
Jules will
Yeah.
take it, take a big sip, then look at Frank and say, "Don't drink all of it." Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Shit Dog and the doctor has to have some. She'll hand it to him.
Maybe I should go last. I'll hand it off.
Okay, go last then.
I'm gonna guess it goes to Doggo.
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 Like, fucking hell. Yeah, I take.
You want
about
the
a
other
third of
one?
what's left.
I could call you the other one.
Doggo.
Doggo. Yeah. In fact, I just stick my tongue again. Yeah.
I wish I had the camera on for that one. You just very briefly manipulate your face. Dr. Isaacs. Since
I'll
Frank
take a
will
small
call
sip and pass it to Frank.
I love you, Shit Dog.
us.
Frank would knock the rest of it back. Make if everyone else had it.
Mm-hmm. And with that, the bonds you held before are broken, and your loyalties to one another within your pack are reaffirmed.
I love you guys.
I
Love
love
you
you
too, big
too.
fella.
Love you, shit dog.
Yeah, you guys are right.
I love you, Peter. You're the best. You take a lot of
Thanks.
shit from us.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Who is a good boy?
Which was Peter?
You are.
Don't push it. Don't fucking push it.
There we go. Dr. Isaac's coming into his own. Oh my word. As you.
You know, I have an idea. If we have to ever like go infiltrate a place, you can turn into your form, and then I could walk you, and then we can get in, and then
Who's a good boy?
that does give me an idea though. If you're okay with
Great
it.
idea. Because rich, attractive women often walk poodles. So yeah,
Yeah.
In before Jules starts buying like various collars and dog leashes and like little sweaters and things.
I will not wear a collar.
We could get him a little policeman's uniform as well.
I was honestly just thinking of a bow tie.
Fuck
little
you.
booties.
You look very dapper.
Hmm.
A little clip-on tie. The little pseudo tuxedo shirt in a couple of decades.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
As you open the door to head out into the kitchen, you notice the cook is looking at each of you like confused, but he's not doing anything about it. It's just the "Who's a good boy?" probably carried.
Did I wouldn't know actually. What I know, did you ghoul him, Jules?
Yes. Jules, I
Yes.
believe, yes. That was your
Okay.
first.
Yep.
Yeah. So he doesn't ask anything. He's definitely like confused, maybe a little bit amused, says nothing, goes back to business as soon as he sees Jules. Well, he'll greet you with a good evening, but he'll go back to business. Specifically, Jules.
She'll give a polite nod and smile. And when he goes off, she'll smile a bit more.
Mm-mm.
I think he knows pretty much that Jules is just like, do your work and shut up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he listens to that particularly well. He does not stick his nose where it does not belong. He is just happy to be able to continue to do his job. Because it could have been much worse.
Of course.
And now you have an assistant who's familiar with the quarter, works with Jackson, and can give you updates.
Gotcha.
He
Uh,
will duck into the office after the last one of you steps out, gather the knife and the glass, and go clean them. So, like, he'll go clean them extensively.
Cool.
So, where is our directive this evening?
So Hank wants to go to the club quickly, the 100 Club, and see if Josephine has any updates on from the Nosferatu on the two vampires.
Okay. You're able to do drive or do you walk?
Oh, just walk just around the corner.
Alright. So the group, if you move over to the 500 Club, you notice that business is a bit slower this evening than it has been in previous nights. It seems like a gradual transition to where it is fewer and fewer regular faces, not just tourism here, taking hold. Josephine hasn't mentioned anything in regards to the books, but you imagine that it's becoming difficult to keep the doors open and as many people she has currently employed
Mm.
consistently. So if this
Okay.
isn't resolved before long, some of the people might have to find work elsewhere, unfortunately. She is
Okay.
upstairs in her office, not currently occupied by meetings, and will let you in. She welcomes each of you and motions for you to have a seat. She doesn't let you in the proper office. This is more the reception area.
Okay. Hank will take a seat and ask Josephine. I know you were calling in some favors. We think it's about time we track down these errant nightclub owners, um, and found out what they know. Our friend here, Pete, has been doing some digging, and apparently the um, escalation in missing people coincides with their disappearance. So we wonder if they were maybe managing it, and their disappearance has basically left the doors open.
Well, I can tell you that they are involved. Your assumptions there are correct. However, I think that fortunately and unfortunately, their involvement has actually escalated the problem in a slightly different manner than you think. They had
Okay.
eyes on them and they were shady nighttime figures, but they were faces, right? Like people understood them, knew them. They're gone now. Nobody's having to regulate what they're doing. The information that I was able to pull through some of what I've been owed is that L and R have unfortunately been monikers this whole time, and it seems that they are the ones that started the missing people, or were some of the initial ones to start it, and have left their creations unchecked to do that further in their stead.
Right.
Now that they're gone, they're joining back in, making more. The city can only sustain so many mouths to feed, particularly types of our own.
So does the prince's hunt on the two nightclub owners extend to the people that they've turned, who are now turning everyone else?
That's not something I can give permission for, but I can call the sheriff. If you'll give me about 15 minutes, we might have an answer.
Because
And
we could then get very busy rounding people up. Now it's going to be easier to round them up if they're dead than round them up and try to keep them all together. Oh, look at old Frank. He's up. His fucking ears pricked up.
you're
Hey,
also Josephine's gonna kind of smirk at Frank's response, but she's gonna continue on without chuckling. That's a very good point, and I will say this as well. It's a very good possibility you'll find where the club owners are if you start rounding up the people they made into their helpers. The Nosferatu have a good grasp on the knowledge in the city, but I can say this, with the chaos that has been created, they're having a hard time figuring out exactly where they are.
right.
I think they're
Can I
moving
give us?
around each night.
Okay.
Let me make that call. You're
Okay.
welcome to help yourselves. Remember, please don't feed in the club. No one on my payroll, but you are more than welcome to drinks, dine, dance, whatever else you may like in the meantime.
Cool.
Thanks, boss.
Thank you.
So I guess the plan is track down these people, find out from them where the next one is, the next one, and so on and so forth, and try to take as many out as we can. Yeah.
Sounds good
Frank
to me.
smiles. It looks weird.
Has anyone got any way of identifying them? Any special skills that would tell us that that one's a vampire? Anyone except
Yeah.
Frank?
I
So
can
funny.
maybe tell me if you're a vampire or not.
Okay, so Frank, you can spot them, can you?
Hmm. It's
Easy.
easy. You just look at them.
Yep. So, do we know when people are being? I know they're kind of. It's kind of random, but did you say they'd started in the sort of central places and are now working their way out into the suburbs more?
Yes, that is exactly right. So they started centralized more in the French Quarter because of the high density of targets, and it seems like either due to tourism starting to fall off with all of the missing individuals, or maybe now that there's so many potentially involved in this, it's moved into the various wards of the city and started to
Hmm.
actually touch into the outskirts. Like even the area that Frank has his workshop at has started to see a couple of missing individuals, and Frank, you would know very well that they're none of the ones that you have set your sights upon.
Well, I reckon we need some bait then, don't we?
Either some bait. When's this big concert going ahead?
Soon, I think. I don't know when.
About 2 to 3 weeks, roughly. It's next month. It's in July. You're towards the end of June.
We want to get it done before then.
Yeah.
That would be good.
If I could find Kitten, then we can interrogate her and find out what's going on.
Good shout. Why don't we start with Kitten?
I'll head to where she's normally hangs out. If she's been
Can we
seen back to her
stay
normal
together?
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's stay together.
I need to do a little thing. Can I catch up with you?
Yeah. Okay.
Just as a slightly inconvenient body I need to get rid of.
Just be soul. Bear in mind, them hunters are living down by the where is it? Bayside View, I think it is.
I
Where
don't know
is
where
it?
that is.
By the waterfront.
Oh, so I was going to go and check it.
Yeah.
In the
Bayside
river.
Breeze. Bayside Breeze, the little hotel down there. So just be mindful.
Okay, I don't know where that is, so.
If you can see a hotel, don't chuck it near there.
Cool. Yeah, I could do that.
Cool.
You can be alright, Lucy, if I leave you alone for a bit.
Still kind of smirk. I'll be fine. Are you gonna be all right? Do you want me to come with you?
No, it's fine. You stay with the boys. It's all good.
She'll kind of get a pain look. Okay. Don't take too long.
Okay. Frank will walk out whistling. Where are you going to be?
In the centre.
Well,
I think. Double the French Quarter, I think.
All right, I'll find you I'll find you down there.
Yeah.
So
We're going to be there, wherever we're going.
All right, I'll figure it out.
your general location is the outer parts of the French Quarter at this point, towards the eastern portion and the southeastern portion, which, Frank, you're aware of. Previous night's experience was the east point.
I mean, Frank's plan is, like, as long as he knows approximately where they're going to be, he's going to go and do what he needs to do and then go to approximately the right area and then rely on his abilities to be able to predict where they're likely to be.
That's fair enough.
I'll DM you what I'm doing, Toasty, rather than take up time.
No, you're good. I got you. Josephine comes out of her office after another few minutes. The conversation seems to have been a quick one. Frank, you're just leaving as she steps out. She gives you a glance, but she won't stop you. Um, she waits till either you decide to stay and shut the door or the door shuts after you.
Oh, he'll smile at her and it looks really unnatural as he steps out.
She just inclines her head towards you as if she has an inkling what's going to happen and turns her attention to the rest of the group once the door closes. I've spoken with Etienne, and the prince has given permission as long as you bring the two primary individuals leading this to him. He's fine if you happen to, one way or another, deal with those that they've created, be it ghoul or kindred. He says it's an unfortunate circumstance, but it needs to be done at this time within the city.
Cool.
Uh,
There
in
you
your
go.
favor, they are likely not as accustomed to their abilities depending on what you've been doing recently.
Awesome. Licensed to butcher.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, let's go find Kitten.
Could I get a rouse check from everyone for this evening, though?
Me too.
Oh, would you look at that?
No, you're good. You did yours earlier.
Cool.
All right. It seems like we have a hungry pack on our hands.
Yep.
Predominantly all ones. You step out of the club. Are you heading in the direction that Kitten was, supposedly?
Yeah. That's like her main sort of area that she tends to hang around. Then we could move from there.
So you know, having spoken with Maddie previously, several occurrences with her, she used to work the same beat that he did. So it's a portion of Bourbon down to almost Decatur. This general location on the map over here that I have marked with a square. Rather a rectangle,
Alright.
but a four-sided object.
Quadrilateral.
And you move from the club. It's 5 city blocks away. It's walking distance. The night isn't rainy or unpleasant at this point in time, so you would be able to make quick time of it. And you begin searching. Do you take any particular method to approach this?
Could you give us a description? And we could maybe, I don't want to massively split up, but maybe check different streets.
I can't remember what she looks like.
How unfortunate. Would you like to give me a wits awareness to recall it?
Ah.
She's cute blonde. But yeah.
That works.
Yeah, okay, so let's round up any cute blondes I find up.
Yeah.
Excuse me, is your name Kitten?
That's not even a name, but any modifiers? No.
Wow, we're
Is your
great.
name Kitten? No. All right then. I mean, it could very well be the very person I'm looking for, but you know, going by Shit Dog's very limited description and the fact he's gonna be completely the wrong fucking name,
Oh,
chance of finding is slim to none, really, isn't it?
quick reminder.
I'm
New scene, new evening. You get 1 willpower point back. I just want to make sure everybody knows that.
yeah, I'm gonna roll some willpower to try and not
For those
fuck that roll up.
for those listening, he rolled 5 dice and got 1 success.
Can I roll 3?
What's your name, Phil?
You reroll 3.
Clearly using his dice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, 2 successes. That's a bit better. She's a cute blonde and she likes to wear revealing clothes.
There you go.
In the French Quarter.
In the French Quarter.
That narrows it down to quarter of the population. Brilliant.
Well, most of them are
Thanks.
missing, so that does make life easier.
Wow. Okay. Jokes aside, she is a attractive young woman, blonde, probably in her late teens, very early 20s. She typically likes to wear some type of heel. You know that much. She's got trendy clothes that tend to stand out in the crowd. Like she likes to wear vibrant colors. She likes to wear things that are low cut or high cut if it's a skirt or shorts. And she has about shoulder length to shoulder blade length in the back blonde hair. And it's bright blonde, not dirty blonde. Um, a softer features on her face, still getting rid of some of that like lingering childhood baby fat going on. You imagine she probably has a round face in general. She's not overweight. She's probably a little heavier than some of the people around here, but she's well figured. and she likes to stand out. At least the kitten that you've experienced is good at wrangling attention because she was a pusher. It's very likely she might not be doing that now, but she does have a good presence about her. So, for those of you fanning out and searching the French Quarter, as Frank has gone to deal with this body, please give me wits awareness or intelligence investigation. Your choice out of 3.
He said wits awareness.
Either wits awareness or intelligence investigation out of 3.
I'm gonna browse through this.
I too will browse.
Okay. Jules, that went well for you. Pete, not as well for you.
Meh.
Hank, you have 1 success. Dr. Isaacs, you have 3. Jules, 2. Remember, if you rouse for this, to add the extra die from doing the rouse. Okay, and 2 for Pete.
Thank you.
As you comb the French Quarter, not necessarily turning over dumpsters and rifling through garbage, but carefully looking through the waves of people as they move through the streets and over the sidewalks. It's a little disconcerting. Jules, you've lived in Louisiana and been in the French Quarter in New Orleans specifically for quite a while. Like, this area is not, this is stomping grounds for you. It's not home, but it's stomping grounds for you. Pete, this is stomping grounds for you. Hank, this is stomping grounds for you. Dr. Isaacs, same for you. The volume of people on this street right now is startling. You've only seen so few faces, so few people frequenting shops and streets and dance parlors um, when there's an impending storm. It's like everyone packed up and went home almost. Dr. Isaacs, you notice that there is a young woman fitting the rough description that Pete gave you, and she's standing tucked into an alleyway, kind of people watching, not necessarily trying to grab their attention. And her eyes lock with yours, and she'll give you a brief smile and then return her attention to, as if she's crowd searching. She's looking for someone.
We split up the search, right?
Yes. I would say that you're probably maybe a few shops away from one another. I don't imagine that you've left the street. I imagine everybody's on the same street. Is that reasonable?
Hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
So they might
I'll
be 2 or 3 shops away in either direction.
I'll head over and talk to her.
She notices you approach and she stops, her leaning on the walls, her casual stance, and you notice that she becomes a little tense as you come over. Quirk a brow, flash the same smile. Can I help you? I'm not open for business tonight. Did somebody send
Yes,
you
that's
my way?
fine. Are you kitten?
Her expression is going to change immediately. It's as if cold water just went over her. She's gonna take a half step back into the alleyway.
I'll take a half step forward.
Somebody send you to find me?
You have a friend who's looking for you. No one who wishes you harm. A friend of mine. You could say
Interesting.
he's interested in your services.
That's kind of funny considering he left me under garbage bags, apparently. She's gonna take another step back into the alleyway.
Do we
Is
notice
she
this
looking
going
at
on or
me?
not?
Sorry, what was that, Richie? You first?
I just wonder if we notice this occurring, or are we all still very much in our searching?
You're still currently in your searching. All right, Dr. Isaacs, what was that?
She looking at me.
She's looking at you, but she's also kind of glancing around here and there. Give me just a moment. Okay. Let's do this as well. Oh, that's unfortunate.
You got Phil's dice too.
That's okay. Those aren't the ones that matter. Those are, and they weren't great. Okay. Dr. Isaacs, can I get a wits resolve from you, please? Add a 2. Before you're easily able to resist it, you feel like the corners of your vision begin to warp and shift a little bit. It's almost like the alleyway itself attempts to change its physical manner about you. If you glance to the sides, however, the walls are stagnant and the ground is not moving. It's a very odd, almost vertigo-like sensation for a few seconds, and she's going to curse under her breath as she realizes it didn't work, whatever she tried to do to you. But she is looking at you.
Come talk with us.
And a mesmerize. So it is your manipulation and dominate versus her intelligence and resolve. So can I get a manipulation dominate roll from you, please?
And what difficulty do you want of that?
I just need to know how many successes you get. That sets the difficulty.
God.
Phil's dice. Phil's
Can I
dice.
willpower that?
Everyone has Phil's dice tonight. Yes. For 3 dice. We love you, Phil. Okay, 3. A difficulty of 3. Well, you good and bad news. One of those is high for her, the other one is not. She makes it. You can tell that there is a little bit of a pull for her, and she narrows her gaze as she was about to step forward, just slightly. That's not nice of you.
You want to talk?
I was trying to give us privacy. How do I know you won't hurt me?
I took an oath.
You're
What would
clearly
you
being
like?
fed.
My hand?
Your hand? What's your hand going to do for me?
I don't know. You take it.
Yeah.
Collateral.
Why would I want your hand?
I don't know. What can I make you believe that I am not going to hurt you?
Not much, honestly. The rest of you have noticed that Dr. Isaacs has stepped forward into an alleyway at this point as you occasionally check on one another, just making sure nothing's going on as you're looking through the sea of people. And you see the back of his head and his figure at the entrance of an alleyway. And he is not walking around, not moving, and you can tell that. Does Dr. Isaacs talk with his arms as he talks? Is he
No. He has his hands together. He is not uh,
just
moving
Gesticulating.
around.
yeah,
Yeah.
does not gesticulate much? I will say this, he has his shoulders back, and you can tell he is in one of his speaking stances.
Toasty, can I get around the back? Because all these alleys, it's basically all interconnecting, isn't it? Can I get around
Yes,
the back of this alley?
I was going to do exactly the same thing.
certainly.
Great mind. I will head round to try to get around the back of the alley and come from the back. If I bump into Pete doing the same, so much the better.
All right, the two of you have very similar ideas, and you go technically opposite directions to accomplish the same thing. So one left, one right, and you meet at the back of that alley. Jules, what about for you?
Jules will go around to the front. That way the girl can see her.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing it slowly, taking her time, letting the other two. I'm sure she saw them go in other directions, and she's smart. She can figure out what they're doing, so she's trying to take her time, just in case she shoots the girl, so she can run into one of them.
Ooh, Jules. I need the same roll that I had Dr. Isaacs make earlier for you to make.
Okay.
Resolve and wits, please.
Resolve and wits.
Yes.
Okay. Solve
Add a 2.
wits. Add a 2. Okay. 3.
3. You walk up and you notice there's something off about the alleyway, but you can't quite place it. It's a very similar, almost shimmer or ripple, as if somebody has disturbed the water surface effect, and then it's gone almost immediately. Uh,
She'll look around. Does she still see Dr. Isaacs?
oh yeah, he's still there speaking to Kitten, and you notice Hank and Pete kind of meeting at the back of the alleyway, noticing one another, and then with their powers combined, shoulder to shoulder, are effectively able to block the other end of this area.
Okay, well then Jules will just walk up to where Dr. Isaacs is, and like in full view to see the kitty or whatever her name is, and hi.
She gives you a very nervous smile. Hi, you must be one of the friends that wants to talk with me.
Sure, I am. My name is Jules, and your name is Kitty, right?
I, I think one of our mutuals tends to call me Kitten. It's kind of what I go
Kitten.
by out here a little bit.
Would you like me to call you Kitten or what?
No, you can call me Angel.
Okay, Angel. My name is Jules, and you can call me Jules. Nice to meet you. And she'll extend her hand to shake it.
She's going to hesitate at first, but accept your handshake.
She doesn't firm grip it or anything.
Hmm.
Then she'll let go. She's not trying to anything.
Okay. And with that, we will pick up with the potential ambush and the antics of Frank next time. Thank you everyone for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you.